under the Terrorism Act. 2 homes close to the cliff edge in Norfolk are being demolished today after the sandy cliffs beneath them eroded. Residents have already left their chalets at the Marhams in Hemsby. Some of the properties are within 1 metre of the cliff edge and risk collapse. It's the Oscars tonight. Hollywood stars will be out in force for the biggest night of the year for the film industry. Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell, nominated for the Banshees of Inisherin, are excited about the event.
Well, what about this? Sign up to Bet UK, spend £20 and get £60 in free bets.
Wow, Bet UK, that's really big.
Bet UK, where the UK bets.
New customers only. Opt in and minimum £20 stake required. Selected odds and bets. Exclusions and conditions apply. 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly.
Discover your fast track to Formula One with a Now Sports membership.
And it's lights out and away we go!
Cut to the chase and stream the new season live for just £21 a month.
Wow!
We're going to see some good racing.
Strap in and welcome along to the ride.
Let's go!
Your shortcut to Formula One.
Southampton throw. Very taken. It's a lovely back heel flick down the line. It won't work. It was Sulemana, the man who flicked it down looking for Walcott. And United clear their lines. Anthony tries to chase this one down, but he can't get there in time. It's out for a throw-in. It's the end of the first minute of play at Old Trafford. Given away. Manchester United take the ball to the left-hand side. Luke Shaw looks to play it down the line for Rashford. It's given away. Southampton have it back. Anthony slips as he tries to close his man down. Now Southampton are away down the left-hand side. Here comes Perau. Turns it back to Bella Kochap. It's now with Bazunu, the goalkeeper. Out to Lavia. Side for Ward-Prowse. Now Walker-Peters steps inside past his man. Fernandes picks up the loose ball. Casemiro. Back to Martinez. Forward to Casemiro. First touch back. Heel flick to the left-hand side. Shaw latches onto it. Looks to play it into Rashford. Intercepted. Now Southampton have got the ball back and will clear the lines down the right-hand side. It's chested down by Alcaraz, trying to hold the ball up, waiting for teammates. He's just about got away with it. Walker-Peters gives the ball away. Shipped forward by Casemiro, headed away by Southampton, but lands to Anthony, looks to flick it out to the right, and the flag is up for offside on Anthony. Southampton goal kick. Well, I say goal kick. The goalkeeper's going to take it from the edge of his box, but it's actually a free kick. 3 minutes gone. United 0, Southampton. And we will keep you up to date with what's going on elsewhere today in the Premier League as well. 3 2 o'clock kickoffs. Fulham and Arsenal and West Ham hosting Aston Villa, the other 2. Still goalless in those as well. Southampton take the free kick. They've not got very far. Alcaraz is fouled by Casemiro just inside the Southampton half. Free kick to the Saints. And just to say, Newcastle hosts Wolves, by the way, today in the 4th and final game of the Premier League. That will kick it off at 4:30. So, free kick taken by Southampton. It goes down the left-hand side. Here's Perau. Let's try and get it in. It's blocked. Chance gone for now for Southampton. It's been an even contest so far. Neither side's really settled into it. Southampton have tried to take the game by the scruff of the neck. 4 minutes gone. Here's Anthony down the right-hand side. Sancho gets on the end of it. It's a throw-in for United. It's thrown back. It's now De Gea. Now Martinez. Steps out of the box, plays it forward to Casemiro. Goes to Luke Shaw. Shaw plays it back to Martinez. And Luke Shaw again. Needs to be boxed back a little bit here. Play forward to Weghorst, who's come back deep to ease the pressure, and it's worked. And now Anthony on the right-hand side. He's got some space. Wan-Bissaka on the overlap, uses him, puts the ball in, and it's blocked by Bella Kotchap. Goes comfortably to the goalkeeper Bazunu, and the chance gone. 5 minutes gone. United 0, Southampton 0. Southampton there giving United way too much space. There's Perot. There's Suleimani. Back to Lavia. Switches the play to Walker-Peters and down the right-hand side for Southampton. Back to Bednarek. To Alcaraz. Turned away again. All the way back now to the Southampton defence. Bednarek. Long ball forward down the right. Over everybody. Rolls easily to De Gea. Look to go down the left-hand side. Luke Shaw's stopped as he goes down the left. It's out of play for a United throw. 6 minutes gone. Quickly is Martinez. Looks to try and hit it down the left, and that was blocked out of play again by Alcaraz. Another United throw. It's taken. It's back to Martinez, who looks to switch the play to Wan-Bissaka. He's left him short there, but he has got there, the fullback. He can only head it to a Southampton player, though, and now it's on the left-hand side for the Saints. Here's Suleimana. Dances into the box. He's got past Casemiro. Sancho is there to stop him. Teamed up well with Wan-Bissaka to create the space for United to come out of the 18-yard box. 7 minutes gone. Here's Sancho. Plays it forward, looking for Weghorst. Can't hold the ball up, given away. Southampton turn it back to the goalkeeper once more. And they'll happily run the clock down for a moment. Clean it out short. Weghorst is lurking and is put under pressure. Bednarek, and he's had to put it out of play for a United throw. That was silly from Southampton. Invited unnecessary pressure there. Wan-Bissaka chips it forward to Anthony. It's up here by Southampton. Slavia. He's back well, in fairness as well, by Southampton. Plays it back to Bella Kotchap. I'll just regroup for a moment here. Southampton is back now with the goalkeeper Bazunu. Takes the touch past Weghorst. Dinks it up to the halfway line, but it's overhit. United now have the ball back. There's Wan-Bissaka to David De Gea. Bissaka again. It's given away. Southampton in a dangerous looking position. Down the right hand side they go, just to get to the edge of the box. It's snuffed out brilliantly. Good recovering run there by the defence, but another poor place to give the ball away. One ball down the left hand side for United. Rashford tries to get on the end of it, but it's rolled all the way to Southampton's goalkeeper. Hit down the right hand side. United have it back with Martinez. It's a 1-2 with Casemiro. 9 minutes gone at Old Trafford. Varane. 1-2 with Wan-Bissaka. Now Sancho. Good slide challenge in to block the pass from Perot. They do pick up the loose ball though. They look to switch it here. Casemiro with a long ball to the left, and it's poor and it's given away Southampton look to break through the middle, and Martinez had to pull his man down there, and that's going to be a yellow card for the United centre-half. And that was Casemiro's doing. He's given the ball away. And then as Alcaraz looked to counter-attack, Martinez. It wasn't a pull, actually. It was more of a shove down. Yellow card for him. And that's not what you want in the first 10 minutes as a centre-half, to have to play the rest of the game with a booking. So James Ward-Prowse with the ball at his feet. It's way too far out to think about going for goal here. It's a good 40 yards from goal. What can he do? Plays it short. So 1-2 back to him. Now forward to Lavia. Drops it to the right-hand side for Walker-Peters, who goes for goal, and it's a comfortable save at the near post for De Gea. United now back in possession. And that, I believe, is the first shot on target of the match. To play now for a Southampton throw-in. It's from short by Perraud. Headed back to him. Anthony gets in the way. It's out for another Southampton throw. 11 minutes gone. Given away here as Casemiro flicked it over to Bruno Fernandes. Now Rashford looks to play it out to the right. Anthony gets there first. He's got options here. Cuts in field himself. It's short to Casemiro. 1-2 with Martinez. To the left of the centre circle, it's Bruno Fernandes. Goes down the left-hand side for Shaw. Goes back to Fernandes. Southampton pressing well here. Fernandes looks to chip it over the top. It's headed away comfortably by Bednarek. Southampton now to come away. It's a lovely chip over to Walker-Peters on the right, slides it down the right-hand side. Martinez gets there first, though. United back in possession. Here's Casemiro. Plays it past the halfway line forward to Weghorst. Now on the left-hand side, Fernandes got some space here, looks to curl into the box, and it's blocked by Bella Kotchap. Cleared away by Southampton. United throw in on the far side. There's Martinez. Down the left-hand side. Shaw plays a good ball into the box. Weghorst can't quite get there. Anthony might. He's been battled in the air and he's lost out, and it's hoofed away in the end by Southampton. The ball just dropped in front of Weghorst. I don't think he expected it to drop as sheerly as it did. But Anthony really could have done better at the back post with this. Still goalless in all 3 2:00 kickoffs in the Premier League. Centre circle now as Rashford looks to play it through for Sancho, blocked again by Bella Kotchap. Forward to Sulemana. Good slight challenge by Wan-Bissaka. Gets the ball out of play for a throw-in. Taken by Southampton down the left-hand side. Sulemana drops it back before switching the play to Walker-Peters. It's now back in the Southampton defence once more. Here's Ward-Prowse to Walker-Peters down the right. Let's play forward for Walcott. Drops back to Walker-Peters. And then turn back to Bednarek. It's across to Bella Kotchap. Southampton passing the ball around here in their own half. Long ball forward to the right-hand side, and Walker-Peters can only try and head it into play. For a United throw. So back to Martinez. Down the left for Shaw. Now Bruno Fernandes chips it over the top. Oh, it's gone out of play. There's too much spin on that. Called out before Rashford could get there. So 15 minutes gone. Goalless, it remains at Old Trafford. Throw taken. Casemiro wins it back for United with a head. Drops to Martinez, who comes into the centre circle, plays it to the right-hand side for Wan-Bissaka. Strides forward, been held off well by Lavia, drops it to Anthony on the right. Anthony back to Sancho in support. Now with Varane. Back to Martinez on the halfway line, goes across the centre circle to Shaw. Down the left for Rashford, first touch ball into Bruno Fernandes and makes the run immediately for the 1-2 and gets there, and Rashford with a shot pushed away by the goalkeeper. Southampton back in possession. Ball cleared through the middle. It's a foul and free kick to Saints. Marcus Rashford from a tight angle with United's first shot on target. It's a brilliant move. As soon as he passed it, you saw the move and he wanted it back. He got it back. He got his run into the box. Real burst of pace from Marcus Rashford. Good first touch. Just the effort across the goalkeeper. A little bit tame, perhaps. So Southampton take the free kick to get us back underway. Bella Kochap plays it through to Alcaraz. He's intercepted by Sancho. It's a great ball through if Rashford's onside and the goalkeeper's out in time anyway. I think the flag stayed down, so it would have been onside, and that's a real chance wasted for Marcus Rashford. His touch was too heavy. Otherwise, he was one-on-one with acres of space. United win the ball back inside their own half. It's played forward. Rashford stands still, knowing he was in an offside position, and the ball will roll back to the goalkeeper, Bazuma. Here's Ward-Prowse, drops it back to Bazuma. Right on the byline, manages to get the ball away. Ward-Prowse forward to Alcaraz in the centre circle. Go back to Lavia. It's the left-hand side. It's Perraud. Chipped over the top, and Sulemana will give chase, but this is going to bounce comfortably to David De Gea. Ward-Prowse. First to Kyle Walker-Peters down the right. To Bednarek. First to Bella Kochap. Now Perraud. Plays it in field. Some nice juggle of the ball from Sulemana. Ultimately fails though. United back in possession. Martinez to Shaw. Back to David De Gea. Comes to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Forward for Sancho. Lovely flick to Anthony. So 1-2 back to Sancho, who's held off. He's now going to try and win the ball back. And he can't. It's a nice bit of triangle play from Southampton. Now down the line for Che Adams to chase. Slid out of play by Martinez, who saw the danger lurking. So want Che Adams to get through one-on-one. Taken by Perraud. Here's Lavia. Tries to get around Sancho. Sancho somehow wins a throw in there for United. Good defending. Throw taken. Casemiro volleys it across the edge of his own box. Shaw gets there first. Plays it to Rashford, runs on for the 1-2. And now Luke Shaw looks up, cuts it back. Loses the ball, wins the throw perhaps. Nope, gives it away. I think it's a free kick actually. I think he's tripped the Southampton man as he tried to win the ball back. Southampton do take the free kick. And back to Bazunu, the goalkeeper, once more. Hits it long down the middle, first touch. Martinez has made a real mess of this and given it away. Here's Adams. Walcott tries to play it back. Varane is in the way. United get away with that one. Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side. Jadon Sancho. Anthony back to Sancho. Casemiro swings it across. I think it was aimed for Weghorst. He missed it, but it's landed kindly to Rashford. Puts the cross in, it's blocked and turned behind. Arsenal have taken the lead away to Fulham. It's Gabriel with the goal, Trossard with the assist. Aston Villa have also taken the lead. Watkins with Moreno providing the assist. Corner comes in, headed away. Southampton won't know it, but they are the only team currently not winning away from home in the Premier League. It's 1-0 to the other two away sides. Ball over the top, looking for Bruno Fernandes. The goalkeeper's out and volleys it away on the edge of the box. It's on now by Varane. 22 minutes gone. Here's Martinez. Ball forward, turned away. Ward-Prowse plays it forward to Alcaraz. Sulemana back to Lavia. Dispossessed. Free kick, I think, though. Yep, United aren't happy about it. It's a free kick to Southampton. Southampton come forward from the free kick. Some lovely footwork from Alcaraz. Goes for the shot. He slipped at the vital moment, and that's such a shame. Well, they're going to recycle this, Southampton. It goes to the left-hand side, crossed in, header at point-blank range. It's a good save by De Gea. It was Walcott with the header. It's amazing footwork from Alcaraz. He took out two United players in Fernandes and Casemiro before slipping as he went for the shot. And then Perraud put the ball in for Walcott. And in the 6-yard box, he headed it straight at David De Gea and pushed it behind for a corner. 24 minutes gone. Signal up here from Ward-Prowse. Comes into the box, it's headed away to the near post. Picked up on the edge by Southampton. It's Sulemana. Down the left-hand side, cross blocked by Anthony, behind for another Saints corner. It's a short 1-2. Ward-Prowse then does put it into the box, far post. It's headed behind for another corner. 3 on the bounce here for Southampton. United can't clear them away. Five minutes gone. Southampton turning the dial. It's another clever ball in. It's another little bit of defending. They keep giving away the corners. Ward-Prowse will take it. There's a train of players for Southampton around the penalty spots, and they all disperse as it comes in. It's headed away on the edge of the 6-yard box, picked up and hit back in though by Southampton. It won't quite make it into the box, and Rashford will head it away, given away though. Here's Lavia. Down the left to Alcaraz. Che Adams plays it to Perraud on the left-hand side. Wan-Bissaka trying to stop the cross and does. It's played instead back to Lavia. So 1-2 with Perraud. It's now back with Bella Kochap. Bednarek to Walker-Peters. Ward-Prowse. 1-2 to Walker-Peters. Back with Bednarek. Chips to the left-hand side. Perraud on the ball. Lovely footwork from Lavia. Makes the space. Again, takes 2 players out of the game. Plays it to the left. The ball in low is blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Southampton not giving up, though. Causing all sorts of problems here for Rafael Varane, who's had to use every trick in the book. Still can't get it away. In the end, teammates link up and help him. And he can now drop it to Wan-Bissaka, who chips it over to Luke Shaw. He's going to go direct with this one, though. Hits a long ball forward for Anthony. Good touchdown. Anthony gets to the box. A little bit too slow for my liking. Gives the defence time to get back. Lays it off to Fernandez. And it's a poor effort over the top from around 25 yards. But nonetheless, it's a tame effort. And the chance is gone. 27 minutes gone. Manchester United 0, Southampton 0 live here on Flash Score. Arsenal have doubled their lead. It is now 2-0 away at Fulham. Martinelli with the second. Trossard with the assist again. West Ham have equalised from the spot. Ben Rama on penalty duties. 1-1 now with Aston Villa. So 2 goals in the other 2 o'clock kickoffs. Nothing here so far. Ball down the left-hand side here for Southampton. It's a really good ball as well, and Samana's in, and it's a shot blocked just as he got to the 6-yard box. And United can clear their lines. Here's Martinez. Lovely bit of footwork to get the space past his man. There's an awful lot of taking each other on at the moment. Ball out to the left-hand side for Fernandez. It's a poor touch. Oh, he's then that guy for a throw-in. That's a really poor touch from Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, lots of taking players on from both sides at the moment. We saw it a lot there in Southampton's attacks, and we've just seen it here from a defensive point of view with United. Just trickery to get past a man and create the space. 28 minutes gone. The game opening up a little bit. A little bit more bravery from the players. Clear their lines. It's one back. Not foul given, in fact. Looked for a minute like Bednarek had won it back. The referee takes umbrage to something. Chipped forward down the left-hand side, headed away. It's going to bounce out for United throw-in. It's taken quickly. Martinez receives it. 29 minutes gone. Plays it back to De Gea. David De Gea. Now to Martinez on the left of his box, down the left-hand side. Luke Shaw gets on the end of it, plays it forward to Weghorst. Can't make it down the left. Blocked out well by Walcott, who immediately runs down the flank to try and get on the end of a 1-2. Martinez can't get the ball away. He's ultimately given away a throw to Southampton. down the left-hand side. Here's Rashford. Still Marcus Rashford gets to the edge of the box on the left, looks to lay it back for Casemiro. It's intercepted well by, I think that was Alcaraz. Doesn't keep hold of it for long though. United back in possession, half an hour gone. Play back to Shaw. Goes across to Varane. Now Anthony down the right-hand side. Steps in field, plays it short to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes switches the play out to the left. Luke Shaw chests it down, sets the ball, plays it into the box looking for Weghorst. Oh, and he very nearly scores. That's really clever from Weghorst because he just anticipates a mistake, which is something you don't tend to see all that often nowadays. The defender actually gets the head on this just in front of him, but he manages to direct the ball goalwards. How he's had the reflexes to react to the changing flight of the ball is beyond me, but he manages to direct it goalwards. It is sadly for him straight out the goalkeeper who saves. But that's really clever reading of the play from Weghorst. Side challenge from Casemiro. The referee's not happy with it though. It's going to be a booking for the United man. I think that's a bit harsh. I'm not his biggest fan, Casemiro, but I think that's harsh. Just watch this back in slow motion. Walcott lays the ball. Oh, he does go over the ball actually. Watching it back, he slides in. The studs are showing. Yeah, I can see that. Referee's done very well there. And Casemiro doesn't need to go in like that. VAR are going to double check this for a potential red card. Because the studs are showing, and his foot, whilst he makes contact with the ball first, his foot then rolls over the ball and goes into the shin of Southampton man. The referee's being asked to look at this. And I can see this now. I did initially say it was harsh. I can see this being a red card, actually. Watching it back in slow motion, this is what VAR is here for, of course, because in real time, it looked a good slide challenge from Casemiro. But actually, watching it back, it does go into the shin. His foot goes over the ball and into the shin of Alcaraz. The referee comes back onto the field of play. And we know normally referees reverse their decision after looking at the monitor. The referee has waved away the yellow card and is going to show the red card to Casemiro here, who looks absolutely devastated. Manchester United down to 10 men, being consoled here by Anthony. Martinez comes over to lend some words of support as well. Anthony's trying to pick him up. Casemiro goes and apologises. There's nice scenes here from Casemiro. He's gone and hugged Alcaraz and apologised. I don't think he intended, I said a minute ago, he didn't need to go in that way. This is clearly an unintentional thing. He's gone in for the ball and he's just above that midway point on the ball, so his foot slides over it and it goes into the shin of the player. It was a little bit sloppy, but you can tell that this is unintentional, and it's a very early afternoon for Casemiro. And Manchester United now, in what's been an even contest so far, have lost their only holding midfielder on the pitch. Just looking, I mean, the lineup arguably has been a 4-1-4-1, so you've got your back four. Casemiro is the only holding midfielder. In front of him, you've got Anthony, Sancho, Fernandes, Rashford, and then Weghorst, of course. Presumably now, Fernandes will take over the holding midfield role. But he's been influential in attack. Anthony and Sancho are far from defensive-minded midfielders. Rashford and Weghorst strikers, of course. A big job here for Fernandes for the final 10 minutes of the first half, plus added time, to just hold and stabilise this United midfield and still give licence for those attacking players to get forward and do what they do best. But for Southampton, knowing they've got around an hour of football with a man advantage, this is a great opportunity for the Saints at Old Trafford to cause some problems and cause an upset. Ward-Prowse with the free kick. Comes to nothing. Easy gather for David De Gea. Roll down here. Southampton got back very quickly. Organisation the key for them now. Possession and passing, utilising the man advantage. United, though, looking to counter-attack quickly. Will this help United? We often see, going down to 10 men, you go back to basics and think we just get the ball down, get up the pitch when we can. There's no tactics anymore. There's no gamesmanship and showmanship. It's just we just need to make as many chances as we can and take them. No sitting back, no possession, no drawing teams out and squeezing and pressing. It's just back to basics. Could help United here. Martinez across to Varane, down the right to Anthony. And United definitely with the bit between the teeth here. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Into Fernandes, back to Wan-Bissaka, turns his man, plays it forward. Nice one-touch stuff from Weghorst. And now Anthony, released down the right-hand side. He's being held off here, he's got behind his man beautifully. And then he's pulled down, free kick United. Shaw and Fernandes both stood over this. It's just to the right of the 18-yard box, level with the 18-yard line. Fernandes puts the signal up and takes it, and it curls to the far post, and it forces a very good save, and it's a corner for United. It's Rafael Varane, I think, who makes the contact, and it is indeed. Brilliant timed run, and inside the 6-yard box on the back post, gets a leg on it, but Bazunu gets down quickly, puts it behind, corner comes in, headed goalwards, and it's out for a goal kick. Now Southampton will just want to see it out till half time, let the game settle back down. United will want the same, of course, and they can make a substitution. Some other tactical changes as well. Goal kick taken down the right-hand side. Walcott looks to link up the play. It's blocked out for a Southampton throw. Scott McTominay has been given some instructions here from Erik ten Hag. He's still got his training kit on and high-vis vest as well. He's by far nowhere near ready to come on. Ten Hag giving him some instructions. It looks as though we will see him introduced before the break. Bruno Fernandes down the left-hand side. Nice and poor cushion ball back from Fernandes. He's winning back though. Quick play here from United. Here's Sancho, lovely footwork to jockey the challenge. Plays it into Rashford down the left. The overlapping run from Fernandes. Great slide challenge to put the ball behind for a corner. That is sensational from Walker-Peters. And United are furious. They clearly think that should be a penalty. It's a fantastic challenge. Watch your back, see if I've missed something here. Rashford plays it into Fernandes. Walker-Peters. Fantastic slide challenge. Absolutely brilliant. Wins the ball perfectly. Play for a corner. Corner comes in for United. Headed away in the 6-yard box. Southampton pick it up first, and that's going to be a free kick. Oh, it's not given. That's surprising. United have got the ball back then, just outside the box. Southampton win it back. Ward-Prowse hits it down the right-hand side. He's released Che Adams here. Oh, and he can't quite get the ball back. He's tried to wait for Ward-Prowse to get there. He's given it away. Now United look to counter. It's real end-to-end stuff at the moment at Old Trafford. 41 minutes gone. It's Southampton on the ball again. Play back defensively. It's Bednarek. Left-hand side here for Perraud. To Lavia. Ward-Prowse. Right with Walker-Peters, now back to Lavia in the centre circle. And United in the last 5 minutes, by the way, since going down to 10 men with 87% of the possession. Sparked them into life, that red card. Ball forward to Lavia. 1-2 down the left, now Sulemana. Makes Anthony slip over before playing the ball to Lavia. Forward to Alcaraz. Ball touch, United get the ball back, long ball forward. Turned away by Bednarek. Now Rashford on the left, plays it into Weghorst. There's appeals for handball there from United. Bruno Fernandes, the ball is still in play, has gone up to the referee, blocking him and kicking off. Even though Southampton are on the counter-attack. And now there is a separate foul which stops play. We can watch a replay back now. Rashford puts the ball in. Well, this could be interesting. Ball comes in. And it's Bella Kotchap who tries to chest it. The ball drops and he ultimately blocks the ball on the ground. He's chested it, but his arms have definitely been involved. The referee doesn't seem interested. No word from VAR that they want him to check this. There's going to be a substitution here for Manchester United. Here's McTominay coming on. Who will be the sacrificial lamb here that makes way because of that red card? It's going to be Weghorst. So Rashford, you would expect, will be the lone striker now. McTominay will be a direct replacement for Casemiro, so it will be a 4-1-3-1 with Anthony, Sancho and Fernandes behind Marcus Rashford. McTominay holding the midfield. .44 minutes gone. Southampton is back underway. Chip down the left-hand side from Perraud. Flag goes up, free kick United for an offside. Still Fulham 0, Arsenal 2 elsewhere, and West Ham United 1, Aston Villa 1. Gets us back underway from the free kick, and he's very careful there to watch the bounce. He nearly let Rashford in, but he got there, turning away for a throw-in. Shaw with the throw-in. Fernandes on the end of it, fleets it back into the box, first touch, and Anthony can't quite get there. Ball out of play for a throw-in on the far side. At a time, 1 minute. How, with the VAR check and the red card, all the other stoppages, 1 minute is added on? I would have expected probably 3. I think both sides will welcome that. Throw taken by Southampton down the line, headed out by Martinez. Another throw in here for the Saints just before the halfway line. 20 seconds of added time left. It might time to carve out one final chance in the first half. It's Perraud. The line, 1-2 back to him. Volleys it up. And away by Wan-Bissaka. It's out for another throw in to Southampton midway through the United half. Well, there won't be time to take it. The referee blows the half-time whistle. And it's been an interesting half of football. Both sides have gone for it. It was end-to-end for a spell. And then Casemiro's red card.
Rangers 3, Ray Roberts nil. The Manutd dancing in the streets of Ray
crowding the referee straight away. Clearly
Thank you, Reddy. Half-time whistle's just blown at Craven Cottage. Fulham 0, Arsenal 3. It's going to be some miraculous comeback from Fulham if they're going to get anything out of this game. Exactly what Mikel Arteta wanted from his team. Able to name his strongest lineup, and they are in total control. Gabriel with the first, Martinelli with the second. Ødegaard has driven in the third. And Mikel Arteta strides back across the pitch here at Craven Cottage towards the tunnel. Half-time at Old Trafford. Lee Blakeman.
Manchester United 0, Southampton 0. United down to 10 though. Casemiro sent off for a foul on Alcaraz. He took the ball, Casemiro, but the follow-through was high. Stood showing. It was initially a yellow card shown by referee Anthony Taylor, but he was called to the monitor and changed it to a red afterwards. Casemiro in tears as he made his way down the tunnel. As far as chances go, Southampton had the best just before that. A Walcott header 7 yards out, lots of power in it. Great point-blank save from David De Gea to turn it over the crossbar. United, plenty of the ball, even after the red card. United's best chance, Rashford forcing a save from Bazunu, low down to the keeper's left. As a result of the red, Weghorst off, McTominay on, a decision made by Erik ten Hag. And at half-time, it's Manchester United 0, Southampton 0.
Perfectly timed half-time report from Lee Blakeman, because just as he was finishing up there, the half-time whistle has blown in the other 2 o'clock kickoff in the Premier League at the London Stadium. West Ham against Aston Villa. Couple of goals there. Henry Moran.
West Ham 1, Villa 1. Really entertaining game this. Opportunities at both ends. The opener coming from Ollie Watkins, a familiar source. That's now 6 in his last 7 for Aston Villa. Downward header beyond Areola in the West Ham goal. Good cross in from Moreno. And after that, Villa could have doubled the lead before decisive moment in the half. West Ham penalty. Paqueta fouled by Bailey at the back post after Watkins had cleared off the line, and Said Benrahma did the rest, smashing the ball beyond Emiliano Martinez in the Aston Villa goal. Opportunities for Zuma, for Benrahma, for West Ham, and Watkins should have doubled his personal tally, but for an excellent low save from Areola. Good game this. West Ham 1, Villa 1.
So those are your half-time scorelines in the Premier League this afternoon. Full commentary of Newcastle Wolves to come at 4:30 on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Fulham 0, Arsenal 3 here at Craven Cottage. Manchester United down to 10 men, 0-0 against Southampton. West Ham 1, Villa 1. A cracker in the Six Nations getting underway shortly. Full commentary on this one on Radio 5 Sports Extra this afternoon. Ireland still on for the Grand Slam. They're at Murrayfield. They're away to Scotland. Let's take you there and hand you over to Sarah Orchard.
Thanks ever so much, Ali. Yes, welcome to Murrayfield, where conditions here right now, they're really quite pleasant. We are expecting a little bit of the rain to come in, but yes, what a prospect we have here today. The chance for Scotland to win their first Triple Crown since 1990. That's 33 years they've had to wait, and ultimately blow this whole competition wide open and send us through to what would not just be a super Saturday, but a completely spectacular Saturday. But the team stood in their way is the world #1 side, Ireland. They want that Grand Slam. Alongside me today, former Ireland international Shane Horgan, former Scotland international Johnny Beattie. I don't know who is more nervous or why, but Shane, tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, the nerves have been building all week. The closer we've got to the game, the expectation levels are rising, but they were muted a little bit when I did see the team sheet came out on Thursday. That is an exceptionally strong Irish side, maybe the strongest 23 Ireland have put out. We're missing Tadhg Byrne, but apart from that, this is maybe the strongest team of the Six Nations so far.
Yeah, definitely. The likes of the returning Johnny Sexton, Conor Murray's back in, starting there. We get to see also on the bench return of Robbie Henshaw. I haven't seen him for a long time. Last time he played was back in November. But before we go into depth about Scotland, Johnny, it's a very special day for one man playing fullback. Stuart Hogg today, 100 caps. Tell us a bit about him.
Oh, look, it certainly is. We're about to see his wife Jill and the kids wander onto the field in front of us as well, and just an exceptional talent. One of 4 men to have made 100 caps for Scotland after Chris Patterson, Ross Ford and Sean Maitland. He's one of only 4 Scottish players to have been picked for 3 Lions tours. That really puts him in a contest that is special, a little bit apart in the bracket like Andy Irvine, Big Brune from Troon and John Beattie Senior. So incredible names. And just once in a generation talent. We've been lucky to have him, but also off field he's just a gent and a good boy. So delighted for him, his family, to get to celebrate this together, and hopefully Add to that, a big win.
You say a big win today. Scotland do have this opportunity. First of all, Shane, how nervous would Ireland be about this Scotland team, particularly after what happened in France last week? Forget about the red cards. It was more how Scotland absolutely blew France off the park. I know they were 19-0 down at one point, but they did come back into it.
I'm not sure if it's nerves that they'll have against them, because I think they're very aware they would have done a lot of the research on Scotland. They're used to seeing, they know how good Scotland are, and Scotland have been fantastic so far in this tournament, and that was demonstrated against the French in particular. I'd say they're very respectful of the French team, of the Scottish team, and I think one of the key areas is around the defence. So Ireland are very good at pushing teams around the flanks to try and say go after that space, but Scotland, that's the thing that they like doing the most.
Just quickly, Johnny.
That's going to be the challenge for me, is again the physicality. Can we achieve some gain line? Can we let Finn Russell fizz those passes across the front of a 13 channel and challenge that 13 wing area? That is the only chink I can see in the Irish armour. So a huge test coming up.
Well, thank you so much, gents. There will be commentary of Scotland against Ireland now on 5 Sports Extra, but now on 5 Live. Let's get back to Ali Bruce-Ball.
Thank you, Sarah. Yes, coverage of that about to get underway. We'll keep you updated here on 5 Live this afternoon. That's at Murrayfield. What about events at Ibrox? Scottish Cup quarter-final. It's been watched by Roddy Forsyth.
Rangers joined Celtic and Inverness Cally Thistle in the last 4. Along with Falkirk and Ayr United. They play on Monday night. It was a straightforward victory for Rangers. 3-0. Barisic corner kick met by Conor Golson with a booming header just before half-time. Ryan Nolan sweeping an attempted clearance past his own goalkeeper before Scott Arfield with a simple tap-in close to the end made it 3-0 for Rangers. Jamie McDonald, the Wraith goalkeeper, saying to himself, no doubt, give me shelter.
I wasn't expecting that one. Thank you, Roddy. In the Championship today, one game early kickoff. Sunderland 1-0 winners away to Norwich. In the WSL, a couple of half-time scores for you. Brighton's women 1-1 against Manchester City. Liverpool's women went 1-0 down at home to Tottenham. They now lead by 2-1. The big game between the top two was won by Chelsea, which has taken them top. They beat Manchester United by 1-0. And very shortly you'll be hearing from the Chelsea manager Emma Hayes on that one. We'll pay a visit to St James's Park as well and have a chat with John Murray. That's our second Premier League commentary for you this afternoon on 5 Live. That is Newcastle at home against Wolves, which kicks off at 4:30. But now, time for the news here on 5 Live with Carl Hartley.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
The row over the decision to suspend Gary Lineker has led to more disruption for BBC Sport with changes to TV and radio programmes. Presenters and pundits are refusing to go on air for a second day in solidarity with the former footballer who compared the government's language around migration to 1930s Germany. John Barnes played with Lineker for England in the 80s and early 90s.
In terms of what he actually says, he's right in what he says. As to whether it's the impartiality rule or the fact that he was criticising the government or the fact of this nonsense about him comparing England to Nazi Germany, which he wasn't. He was talking about the language used when he talked about rapists from, coming over from Syria or Iraq. And the point I'd like to make to Gary and to other people, this is a conversation that should be had in terms of why we feel more empathy and more support for Ukrainian refugees, but not for the people coming over on boats.
Well, the leader of the Liberal Democrats, Ed Davey, says the BBC needs to apply its impartiality rules consistently. He says the chairman, Richard Sharp, who was appointed by the government and is being investigated by the BBC for potential conflicts of interest, should be removed.
He was an appointment of Boris Johnson, of the Conservative government. He was a Conservative donor, and in his own words, he acted as an introduction agency for a loan for the former British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson. If we're going to draw a line under this Gary Lineker episode, I think there has to be seen to be change, and it has to go from the very top.
In other news, the Chancellor has promised to help reduce the cost of childcare at Wednesday's budget, part of a wider drive to help people into work. Jeremy Hunt told the BBC that costs were stopping some parents taking a job and the government could make a big difference to reduce them. But he did say public finances meant the room for tax cuts was limited. Ukraine says it's pushed back dozens of Russian assaults over the past 24 hours. Kyiv also claims that more than 200 Russian soldiers were killed in one day, but there's been no verification on that figure. And the Doctors' Union has launched an advertising campaign before its members begin 3 days of strikes tomorrow in England. The BMA say junior doctors can earn more serving coffee than on their starting salary. The government is calling for the union to abandon the industrial action and re-enter talks.
This is 5 Live Sport.
Welcome back to Craven Cottage this Sunday afternoon. 5 Live's Premier League Sunday. Half-time, Fulham 0, Arsenal 3. Former England international Rachel Yankey, former Arsenal player and Fulham player in the women's game, out on the pitch at the moment giving an interview. Fulham today marking International Women's Day, which was on Wednesday. Big game in the WSL today. The early kick-off at 12:30. Chelsea's women beat Manchester. This afternoon. Hello.
Yes, it is. Hello. Good afternoon to you from St James's Park. Grey and overcast here today. This is the first time Newcastle have been back here since their appearance in the Cup final, and first time I've been here since the match that they played here against Liverpool, and up to that point they'd lost only 2 matches in all competitions all season. Now they've lost 3 in a row, and this I feel, Ali, is a real test of their mettle, of what they've got at the moment, and whether they're able to regroup and go again against Wolverhampton Wanderers here today.
Yeah, and Wolves, John, start the day 27 points, 4 points above the bottom 3. I've seen a little bit of them recently. Yulan Lopetegui is, seems to be doing an okay job at Wolves, but they're by no means safe at the moment.
Yeah, but 17 points from their last 11 matches, so they've taken more points than Newcastle have in that period of time. But the problem is for Wolverhampton Wanderers, as anyone who watches Wolves will know, I mentioned it to Tony Livesey on Drive on Friday afternoon, it was 1 year on Friday since a recognised centre forward scored a goal in the Premier League for Wolves. That's remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoever's played in that position, that none of them have been able to get the ball in the back of the net in the Premier League. So, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
It's very obvious where they need to improve. Yet, in saying that, finished 10th in the Premier League last season and have been able to put together this run that I've just mentioned, despite that.
Thank you, John. John with Pat Nevin alongside him. 4:30 this afternoon, 5 Live and BBC Sounds for full commentary of Newcastle against Wolves. One place I know I'd love to be this evening, this afternoon over in the USA, is in Florida. That's where our golf correspondent Ian Carter is. Final round of the players underway. Ian and the team will bringing you commentary on Sports Extra from 8:45. Ian.
digital radio and 1089 and 1053 AM. The Sunday Session on Talk Sport.
Welcome along. Thank you for spending your weekend with us. This is the Sunday Session on Talk Sport. Faker Others and former Chelsea and West Ham defender Scott Minto with you. A packed sporting afternoon to bring you earlier on.
Newcastle against Wolves to follow as a Premier League commentary for you this afternoon. Neither manager's made any changes. Here comes Fulham, early attack. Harrison Reed's cut back. Pereira's nearly scored. And Mitrovic is claiming handball. It's going to be a corner. David Coots given the original decision as a corner. He is
pitch side monitor, and a red card was correctly given for serious foul play. So McTominay came on just before the break, reacting to that red card, replacing Weghorst. Elsewhere, Fulham 0, Arsenal 3 at half-time. Ødegaard in the second minute of added time. Trossard has assisted all 3 goals, by the way. Gabriel with the first, Martinelli, and then Ødegaard. Elsewhere, it is West Ham 1, Aston Villa 1. We are now underway, of course, at Old Trafford. We've had 90 seconds of play. Merit has happened as yet. There's a throw in here which Chen Adams was going to take. Kyle Walker-Peters now has him. Goes back to Bednarek. Goes to Bella Kachap. Field to Lavia. Back to Ward-Prowse in the centre circle here, goes across to Walker-Peters on the right. Now Walcott to Bednarek. Southampton looking to control the play here with the man advantage. Here's Lavia. The left-hand side, so 1-2 bang to Lavia. Now in the centre circle, Bednarek, Lavia. Bella Kachap, Perud on the left, to Bella Kachap again, Ward-Prowse in the centre circle, with space here in the midfield as you'd expect. United in man light there, of course. Walker-Peters on the right, being held off by Rashford. Bruno Fernandes steps in to help as well. One-touch football here from Southampton. Walcott involved as well. Here's Ward-Prowse. To Bednarek. A loose ball there, which Ward-Prowse does get on the end of. Walker-Peters goes past Rashford, gets into the box, plays it in low. It's turned towards. Oh, is it no goal? It's not. It's not gone in. Oh my word! For a minute, I thought United were going to make matters even worse with their own goal, but it is cleared away. And we'll look at that again in just a moment as United try and cause a counter-attack. Here's Fernandes. Ball down the left-hand side. That's going to be swept up by Bella Kachap and back to Bazunu in goal. Out to the edge of the box here for Bednarek. Goes forward to Lavia. Lavia with a lovely ball out to the left-hand side. Oh, it's a poor touchdown from Southampton and Perud. It's out for United throw. 49 minutes gone. Let's have a look back then. And what could have been the opening goal. Kyle Walker-Peters does really well, tremendously well to get around Marcus Rashford. Gets into the box, cuts it back, and McTominay nearly scores an own goal, and Wan-Bissaka comes to his rescue with an off-the-line clearance. That would have made things go from bad to worse for United. They were embarrassed last weekend, recovered well in midweek. The last thing the fans will want to see is 10 men United losing to an own goal. That would be another humiliating afternoon for the Red Devils. But it could be another very proud moment if they can win this with 10 men, of course. The foul there on Anthony. From Bednarek. Free kick to United. 50 minutes played. No goals elsewhere to tell you about as yet. It's still 3-0 to Arsenal and 1-1 to West Ham and Villa. So free kick taken. Tomine commits a foul now. So Southampton get us back underway. Bella Kutchap chips it forward to the box. It's touched down in the area. No flag yet. It's won back there by Martinez. The flag does now go up. For a minute it looked like Walcott was in the box one-on-one. He had indeed strayed offside. Again, United win the ball back. He's played forward to Fernandez. Looks to go round. He's lost the ball and then he's trying to win it back, and the free kick is given. And that is a fair free kick. He lost the ball to Lavia. He slid in, didn't catch the man or the ball. Lavia carried on his way, and as he was trying to get back to his feet, Fernandez, he pulled the shirt of Lavia. He's given away a free kick, and it's in a dangerous area, this as well, when you've got somebody like James Ward-Prowse in your team. Is about 25 yards from goal, and it's towards the right hand side, probably level with that post actually on the right. He's got teammates. I think it's Alcaraz stood over the ball as well to try and put everybody off and put that doubt in the minds of the United defence to say who's going to take this, but let's be honest, he might as well just jump in the box. We all know it's going to be Ward-Prowse that is going to take this for Southampton. United with a four-man wall. 53 minutes gone. And you have to say, if Southampton were to take the lead, United with 10 men, it would be a very tough afternoon for the Reds. If United took the lead, still wouldn't say it's game over. Now Ward-Prowse lines up the free kick. Oh, and it's bounced off the top of the crossbar, I think. That's shaved the bar on the way over, I think. It beat De Gea, who looked rooted to the spot. Oh, it does. It just clips. And you know what? It couldn't be any further in the corner either. It takes a slight deflection off the wall as well. So this is going to be a corner. And if it hadn't, that would have been on target. That's a very, very good effort from Ward-Prowse. A substitution, rather, for Southampton. I think Alcaraz is going to make way. He's put in a real shift today in midfield for Southampton. It's going to be Armstrong to replace him. S. Armstrong, I should point out, because there are two, of course. Manchester United unbeaten in 14 meetings with Southampton in all competitions. Won 7, drawn 7. Southampton have won 2 of their last 28 matches with United. Both coming at Old Trafford, 2015 and 2016. And if Manchester United can't score today, with their 100th goal against Southampton in the Premier League, Southampton just inside their own half. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Ball played down the left-hand side into Lavia. Out to the left, it's cut in nicely and turned away by Martinez just before Che Adams could get there. Here's Armstrong. Loses out to Shaw. Peters stood firm there, wouldn't let him pass. It's out for a United throw. Taken. Now for another United throw. Luke Shaw will take it. It's headed back down by Sancho, given away by Fernandez, and now Che Adams goes. He's got support to the left and uses it. Martinez gets there in the nick of time. United can breathe a sigh of relief there. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Varane, Fernandez. Back to Wan-Bissaka down the right. Anthony. Wan-Bissaka pulled down as he played the ball. Free kick given. Break forward. Ball down the left. Sancho gets into the box. Been seen out though by Walker Peters. He's still on the ball though. Drops it to McTominay, also in the area. Again, seen out by Southampton. Well organised today in the back. Here's Fernandez, who's been far from organised. Plays it out to the left-hand side, and the ball is whipped in and turned away. It's out for a United throw. It's a really clever ball into the box. Fernandez gives the ball away. He has won a corner though. Shaw from the short corner. Fernandez whips it in. It's blocked by the first man again. Plays it down the line for Shaw. Shaw hits it in first touch, and that's going to go over the bar, over the goal itself, and for a goal kick. Southampton look to try and attack themselves here. Some good play down the left-hand side. To the box here, he's gone down. Now the referee's given a free kick to Manchester United. Both teams appealed. United get the decision. De Gea takes the free kick. It's overhit on the hour mark. That bounces to his opposite number. Half an hour to go. Reminder of how the Premier League table looks at the moment for these two sides. Manchester United in third place, quite a way behind the top two, of course. 3 points here will go a long way in cementing their top 4 ambitions. For Southampton, a win could take them out of the relegation zone. Now, bottom of the table at present. Short, trying to turn away from his man, has been pulled there. Kyle Walker-Peters. Manchester United have scored 2 or more goals in 15 consecutive home games for the first time in over 22 years. The run is looking like coming to an end today. Chips it out to the left. Always got that completely wrong. That's out of play for Southampton throwing midway through the half. So back to Bednarek. Middle for Lavia. Bissaka. Apologies for the delay. Sorry, I was just having a quick look at some stats and figures. Just as nothing was happening in the middle of the park. Something is happening now, though. Here's Anthony down the right-hand side for United. Bruno Fernandes. 1-2. Anthony cuts in field. Looks up, chips the ball out to the left-hand side of the box. Shaw takes it down, goes for the volley, and it's blocked behind. Corner there for United. 63 minutes gone. Still goalless between these two sides. It's been a very entertaining contest so far. Corner comes in, headed away. Anthony brings it back and then gives it away, and now Southampton can break away, and this is a great chance here. It's Walcott, he's one-on-one. Walcott, edge of the box, goes for goal, diving save from De Gea. And he just stuttered his run a little bit and gave United chance to get back in position. But Walcott rolling back the years with that pace. Anthony with a really poor header. Wan-Bissaka tried his best to do something with it, gave it away. Great ball through for Walcott, sprung the offside trap on the halfway line, got to the edge of the box, takes the touch away from goal, and then tries to hit it across De Gea. I think for me he has to take another touch into the box towards goal, because as he slows down it gives the defenders a chance to get back and force him wide, and De Gea a chance to take a position. But they've got a corner. Ward-Prowse puts the signal up, takes it. Southampton have got a player down and knocked the ball into them there. Nonetheless, the ball comes to a Southampton man on the left-hand side. It's swung in and headed away. Walcott takes it down on the edge, drops it for Lavia, and gets the volley all wrong. Didn't take a deflection. Took a deflection off Anthony. I thought it was a really, really poor volley. Anthony's blocked that one well. So another corner for Southampton. They've had plenty of them. This one comes into the near post, it's flicked on, then headed away. Volley from Walcott, blocked. Shot on the edge, blocked as well. United somehow clear the lines. That was Southampton's 6th corner of the game, by the way. Southampton have still got the ball here. It's another shot blocked. And now ball in blocked. United just blocking absolutely everything here from Southampton. Now played to the left-hand side. Here's Lavia. Lovely footwork to get past his man. Chips it back across the box, but there's nobody on the far side. And Martinez has all the time in the world to get there, and does. Goes past Walcott. Comes in field, drops it back to Wan-Bissaka. 1-2 down the line from Wan-Bissaka. Lovely bit of play that from United. Then good slide challenge in from Southampton to get the ball out of play for a throw-in. 66 minutes gone. We've had 11 corners in this match so far. 3 shots on target apiece. Down the left from Rashford. Good slide challenge from Bednarek, gets it away. Rashford limps away from that one. Landed funny, I think, there as he tried to avoid the challenge. He's okay though. He comes and receives the throw in. Short to Rashford. Rashford slides the ball down to McTominay. 1-2 with Fernandes. Now Shaw. 1-2 down the left with Rashford, cuts in field, drops the ball to Fernandes, goes for goal. Oh, he's off the post! I thought that was in for a second. Fernandes with the first decent thing he's done this afternoon, and it's a fingertip save onto the post by the goalkeeper Bazunu. It's a really good save, but it looked like it had gone in, but it bounced off the inside of the post and out of harm's way. Southampton, in the meantime, have turned it out for a corner. Luke Shaw puts the signal up. Hits it in. It's to the far post. It's headed up by Martinez, gathered by Bazunu. Really lovely effort there. Some lovely play as well. Rashford and Shaw linked up well. Shaw clips the heels in, drops it to Fernandes. Really good effort, and he just gets the slightest of touches on it, the goalkeeper, on the bounce, to lift it onto the post. Here's Lavia in the centre circle. As it across to Ward-Prowse. Sprays the ball to the right hand side for Walker-Peters. Now Ward-Prowse slides it through, and it's hit in by Armstrong and headed behind for a corner. It's corner number 7 for Southampton, I make it. Played short to the edge of the box, and it's a long-range effort for Walker-Peters. Oh, he slams the upright. Southampton still on the ball though. It's played back in, and nobody can get there, and it's out for a goal kick. And we've had the post hit at both ends in a matter of minutes. Whew. Wow. Walker-Peters, it's curling away from goal and bounces off the upright. My word. It's a game that deserves a winner. But will there be one? Who will it be? Here comes Southampton again in the final 20 minutes of the game. It's Armstrong. Stuart Armstrong to the left. 1-2, back to Stuart Armstrong. Oh, that's a lovely ball if he can get there. I can't quite get there, Perraud. Are readying some changes. Ganacho is going to be one of them. Southampton come forward once more. On the left-hand side. Play to Ward-Prowse, who plays it on to Walker-Peters. Whips it across the face of goal. And it's turned away brilliantly in the back post by Wan-Bissaka. Ward-Prowse picks up the loose ball. Plays it into Stuart Armstrong at the edge of the box. Goes for goal, and it's straight at De Gea, and that's a comfortable save. 72 minutes gone. We still wait for the ball to go out of play for United to make these changes. Bruno Fernandes chests it down, drops into Sancho on the left, cuts behind his man Armstrong. Plays it into McTominay. Across to the right-hand side for Anthony. Cuts in field, shot blocked at the very first attempt. Bruno Fernandes with the loose ball, looks to chip it in, that one's blocked as well. And now Southampton pick up the loose ball. Here's Theo Walcott. Still Walcott. It's 3-on-3 here. United have now got 4 back, and he goes for goal out of the blue, and it's over the bar. It's one of those weird attacks where everybody just seems to stay still. In the end, Walcott just got a bit bored and hit it. And we will now have those United changes. I think it's going to be a double change for the time being. Sancho, the first to make way for Garnacho. Anthony, the second player to come off. Third, if you count Casemiro in the first half, of course. Probably too soon if you're a United fan. And Pellistri is the one to go on. Well, it's a very open game. It's a game that either side could win, in truth, at this stage. They both come close. Back underway. De Gea hits it long. It's hoofed back by Southampton. Cleared away again by United. And Southampton get a foothold on the ball in midfield. It's played down the left-hand side. Here's Perraud. It back, it's put into the box and headed away. Now United have got the ball back again. It's Bruno Fernandes. Real end-to-end stuff here at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes hits it across to the right-hand side. It's headed away by Bella Kochav. United pick it up again. Here's McTominay. Threads it through, split the defence here. Rashford goes round the keeper, goes down, ran it out of play for a goal kick. And that is what the referee points for. Just see Rashford saying, "I promise you," to the referee. Saying, "I promise you, promise you." Let's just watch the replay back. Nothing on that first replay. Nothing on the second replay for me. You've seen a slower version of this replay, but I didn't see any contact. VAR aren't interested. We are back underway. It must have been minimal. No ball hit to the left-hand side here for Southampton. Just kept in play right on the line. Going back to Ward-Prowse just outside the box. Goes it across to Lavia. It goes for goal, and again he can't keep a shot down. That's twice this afternoon. Can he get over the ball? 75 minutes gone. Goal kick to Manchester United. It is still goalless at Old Trafford. Still no goals elsewhere either from half-time. It's still 3-0 to Arsenal, and 1-1 with West Ham and Aston Villa. We are now going to have a double Southampton change. Napier is the first player to make way. He's rounded his afternoon off with a goal before being replaced there, but here's the ball again. Che Adams is also going to come off. That's the question. Adam Armstrong is one of the players to come on. Is the other. It was in fact Sulemana who came off there. Mara and Armstrong came on, so both Armstrongs on the field of play now. It was Sulemana, not Lavia, who came off. With Che Adams, of course. Watching these replays back of Rashford's penalty appeal, I'm still not seeing any contact. So, back underway. They are Southampton. On the left-hand side for Perraud. His shot in is blocked by Pellistri. 78 minutes on the clock. Still goalless between these two sides. Halfway line here for Southampton. Stuart Armstrong. Played into Lavia. That looked like a corner to me, but apparently Mara got the last touch on that. Goal kick. Southampton down the left-hand side, 79 minutes gone. Perraud. To Bednarek. Given away. It's Wan-Bissaka. Left-hand side for Garnacho, gets in the bog. Brilliant slide chance, put it out for a corner. Garnacho does what United do when their results not going their way. Goes to ground, rolling, hoping to get a penalty. But this is a really good slide challenge from Walker-Peters. Puts it out of play beautifully. here while Garnacho gets some treatment. Just watch this replay back again. Walker-Peters slides in, puts the ball out. It's a good challenge to me, unless he lands awkwardly, but it looks fine to me. He's still receiving the treatments. Back on his feet now. Fernandez will now take the free kick. It's headed away, comes to the edge of the box. Wan-Bissaka volleys in, blocked. And now Southampton clear the ball away. It's picked up by Luke Shaw. Now turned to the left-hand side for Fernandez. Gets on the end of it. Runs at his man, gets to the edge of the box, digs into the 6-yard box, headed away again. Trying to hold the ball up and does. Here's Lavia. Lays it down the left-hand side. Armstrong's made the run in the middle. Oh, he'd signalled for that. He made a brilliant run. It wasn't spotted by Perraud. Nonetheless, Southampton still in possession here. Here's Ward-Prowse. And to Walker-Peters on the right. To Ward-Prowse, chips it forward, looking for Stuart Armstrong. That's seen out of play by Martinez for a Southampton throw. Still no goals in the second half anywhere across the 2 o'clock kickoffs. It's still Fulham 0, Arsenal 3. Goalless, of course, here. 1-1 between West Ham and Villa. Theo Walcott is now to be replaced for Southampton. Replaced by Onrachu. Benarek takes the throw-in. Headed away, and now Garnacho will help it on. Made a miraculous recovery. Gives the ball away though. Here's Kyle Walker-Peters. Into Ward-Prowse, back to Walker-Peters. He's fouled. Nothing given. Southampton have stopped playing there, which is silly because Ward-Prowse had the ball on the right-hand side, but so certain he was of the free kick, he left the ball, and now United are going to counter-attack. You should always play to the whistle. It's Pellistri on the right-hand side, being held out well by Perraud. Eventually the ball squares its way to Wan-Bissaka in the box, plays it in low looking for Rashford. It's turned away. Pellistri picks it back up in the area, drops it to Fernandez on the right, plays it back looking for Rashford again. Another slide block challenge. Cleared away now by Southampton. Luke Shaw miscontrols it, but gets there in the end, albeit loses 10 feet. Has to go back into the United half to get there. Plays it forward to Palistri. Didn't seem to be ready for that. He's bundled down. Referee says play on. Waves him to get back up. Southampton can't keep the ball in play on the far side. So United throw for Martinez. Straight back to David De Gea. Now McTominay. David De Gea. Martinez. Mara closing him down. He's hooked away down the left-hand side. Now Walker-Peters turns that one out of play. Garnacho receives the throw from Rashford, drops it back for Rashford. So trying to run towards the box. You see now there's 2 balls on the pitch here though. So the referee will have to stop play as Southampton look to go down the right hand side. So, 2.5 minutes left. We are back underway. It's a throw in on the far side. Southampton win possession back. Here's Ward-Prowse. Still feels a goal in this game. Both sides still feel it's theirs. Ward-Prowse surging forward here down the middle. He's got options. Goes to the left-hand side. Adam Armstrong looks to cut it back. Why didn't he shoot? It's cleared away. And now United, it's their turn. Ball played out to the left-hand side. Garnacho, not the best touch, but it'll still work. And on he goes. Good challenge in from Stuart Armstrong. Ball cleared away. And now Kyle Walker-Peters. What an end we've got here at Old Trafford. Mara drops it back for Stuart Armstrong. Into Lavia. Now Adam Armstrong on the left. Goes back to the defence. To the final 90 seconds of the original 90. Ward-Prowse. Mara back to Ward-Prowse. Sends it into the box. It's not the best ball, we'll see from him. Cleared away. Palistri tries to help it on. Gives it away. To Ward-Prowse. Two down the right hand side for Ward-Prowse, who kills it in deep, and it's straight to David De Gea. Grabs that one. We're in the final minute of normal time here. For Manchester United, and it signals to me that they know that they're less likely to win this, because Maguire is going to replace Martinez. Garnacho is also going to be replaced by Fred. Swapping a centre half at this stage in the game suggests to me they feel that they need to see this out. 4 minutes shown by the fourth official. Throw taken by United. Comes back now to Maguire. Fernandes forward to Rashford. Can't keep hold of it. Here's Walker-Peters. Fred blocks his pass forward. It lands toward Prowse. Back to Walker-Peters in space on the right-hand side. Plenty of blue shirts arriving. Walker-Peters makes his way into the box. Luke Shaw's trying to hold him off. Still Walker-Peters, forced out by Fred. Wins the ball for United. Gives it away to Ward-Prowse. Heavy touch there back to Fred. Then a foul from Ward-Prowse, who apologises straight away. Fred down in a heat. First minute of added time up. Free kick United. United take it. The referee says take it again. It's too far up the pitch. And that wastes precious time in this game. Free kick is now finally taken. It's headed out of play. Throw in. United take it and give it away. 2 minutes gone. 2 minutes left of added time. Left-hand side and flicked in and blocked out. Adam Armstrong's cross by Pelestri. Corner to Southampton. Seconds left of added time. Ward-Prowse spots the ball on the corner flag. Taking the time over this Southampton. It's about quality, not quantity for them. Corner comes in, it's headed away by McTominay. Picked up by Perraud. Back to Ward-Prowse. Swings it in again. This one's headed goalwards and might be on the back post. It's pushed out for a corner by De Gea. I think he was offside though. And he's hurt himself as well. It's, I think, Garnacho, the substitute. Trying to keep it in play. May have overstretched himself there. Referee signals for treatment to come. 30 seconds left as it stands. So we are past the originally allotted 4 minutes here. He's hobbled off now. So play can resume. David De Gea will get us back underway. We're 40 seconds over, but we were 30 seconds under when that happened. Upfield. Southampton hits you back. To David De Gea now, 95 minutes played. And it's hit long again by David De Gea. Headed away by Southampton. Stuart Armstrong tries to help it on to Mara. It's picked up by United. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Pumps another long ball forward. Chested down by Wan-Bissaka on the far side of the box. Drops it back to Fred. One last attack here for United. Fred hits it. Blocked, cleared away, headed back by Fernandez. Southampton picked the ball up. Here's Mara down the right-hand side. He's clipped. That's going to be a yellow card for Shaw on the halfway line, surely. No pun intended. Yes, it is. Took one for the team there, Luke Shaw. I think he knew that was looking dangerous, and realistically, whatever happened at the end of this attack, it would be full time. It's either a 0-0 or a 1-0 defeat. So he decided there not to take any chances. So 96 minutes played now. Luke Shaw in the book. Southampton with a free kick, and I think the referee will allow this to be taken. It will be hit long by Southampton. It's just inside the United half, and this will be it after this attack. It's headed away by Maguire, and that is it. The referee blows the full-time whistle, and as 0-0 go, it was an exciting game. It hit the woodwork in the second period, but neither could get that decisive goal. And at Old Trafford, it's finished. Manchester United 0, Southampton.
I think we're in the remaining minute of the game. There's just been a little stop in play, but we're actually underway again now. I don't think any sides really deserve to win this game today. It's Luke Shaw who's got the ball around about the centre circle, and he's just basically waiting for Anthony Taylor to blow his whistle to give us that final whistle. But they're on the attack, Man United, just working down the right-hand side with Wan-Bissaka. We've had a couple of half opportunities in the second half, but it's been difficult for Man United, being down to 10 men. Both sides have it at the post with Fernandez and Walker-Peters for Southampton as well, but they're just hanging on, they're clinging on. Manchester United, I think it'll be a well-gained point in the end when you think that they've been down to 10 men since the 32nd minute from that red card from Casemiro, but Luke Shaw's just got himself in the book there for yellow card. But I think this is a chance and an opportunity